Hello everyone, welcome to my data transformation class. Today I'm going to show you 13 ways to have your data transformed before analysis. So right now what you can see right here, sometimes when you get data from CSV, it can actually look at this, or you can actually look at the data and to look as rough as what you have right now. So if I actually scroll down, you can see this data. What's going to happen is that we want to actually split this data into a column. So this data is actually into a column. We have city, we have country, region, username and password. So we just need to actually split those data and actually run some analysis on it. So what you need to do is just to identify where is the city and just hit equal to and actually get a city right there. And the next thing is for you to get this that is the country, and the city is just gonna be this. So what you need to do is just for you to get every part of it and make sure you have them on the right cell. So as you can see, just follow this procedure and you will get your data being transformed the way it should look. So now we are almost there, so we just need to get a password. So this is all we need to do. So after you might have done this, just go ahead and select everything and make sure you copy it down to the last cell that this particular data get to. So now I'm going to actually copy now. So copy it down, so don't go beyond it. So here it is. You just have to release this. So once you have this released, what you're going to do is this: to have it transformed the way you really want it. So you just need to go to go to your home, and from home you can see this find and replace. Click on find and replace and go to spatial. So once you get to go to spatial, try to identify where are the blanks. Yeah, we have some blanks right on it. So I'm just going to click OK. So it has actually highlighted all my blanks for me, so I don't need to do anything special. Just press your Control and minus. Your Control and minus is going to come this way. So right now we still want to have this, so we don't want to get this away. For that we cannot say delete entire blanks that we have. So what is going to happen right now, we want to actually shift the cells up. So how do we do this? If we shift the cells up right now, you see the magic that's going to happen. If I click OK, let's see what we have. Now we have our data just the way it should be. Can you see this? This is exactly what you need to do. So when you get a data just like this, all you need to do is to identify how many columns are those data. Can you see the columns? I just highlighted it, and if I come here, I just highlighted the column, and now we've transformed this data into this column. So if you want to actually run analysis or do anything with this, we can go ahead and do this. This is my number one tip for you, or trick for you, to actually have your data transformed this very way. Okay, let us go to the second one that I call text to column. So now sometimes we get data from the internet and it looks like this, and the next thing you just need to do, because did not deal with this before, is for you to click off or to just close the file and I can't do anything with this. So all you need to do is just to transform your data. So we have a delimiter right here, that is common delimiter. We can either use Power Query or we can use just normal Excel to have this done. So I'm just going to highlight the whole column. Now I've just got it highlighted. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go to data, and from data I'm just going to click on this text to column. So here is a pop-up right here. So when we have text to column, we have what we call delimiter. Delimiter is what is actually separating the data you have. And what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to click on next. So having clicked on next, what I'm going to see is this. So this is delimiters. We have various delimiters right here. If delimiters is space, so you can actually click on it and specify the space. If the delimiter is comma, just click on comma and you can see how we got it separated. If it is not comma, if it's semicolon, because it cannot find semicolon, it's not going to actually spread out. So because there is no semicolon on it. So if it is tab, here we go. And if it is something else, just click on order and specify what it is that you really want to actually have to transfer the data with. But this time around, I'm just going to go with my comma and I'm going to click next. So after clicking next, you can see what we have right here is actually asking for the cell we want to have it transformed in. So if I click on finish right now, it's going to actually have itself defaulted to from this very cell right here. So I don't want that. I'm just going to change the location, and that is where I want to actually have it to start from. And I'm going to go right and say finish. So let us watch and see what's going to happen. So there is already data here. Do you want to replace? I'm going to say yes, do that for me. So it's taking a little while to actually have this done. So let us watch and see what we have right here. We have exactly, this is what it is. So we have 100,000 data right here. If I keep scrolling down right now, you can see we have a very large data. So there is another alternative that we can actually use, that is the Power Query aspect. But right now we've just got our data. This is the name prefix, first name, middle initial, last name, and the gender. So this is my trick number 2, and the next one is actually for we to go to our trick number 3. Okay, trick number 3 right now. That is, here we go. So right now what we have right here, we just need to convert number to percentage. Convert number to percentage. So let's say this file has been sent to you, and what your boss told you is that he has the number in percentage, and automatically when it gets to you, you lost the formatting, and already you knew that what we are having right here is in percentage. So how can you do this? If I just go ahead right now and highlight everything, and like, okay, I want to read this in percentage, and I just go up here and have the percentage sign on it. So I'm gonna have some weird number or weird percentage in it, so which is not really right. So now we need to actually make it on the right percentage. So let's see what we can do. So in order to have this converted into a percentage, I'm just gonna have my 100 here, and after having my 100 here, I'm just gonna click OK and copy my 100 away from here. So right now we're about to work with a percentage. So I'm just gonna highlight all this all through, and the next thing I'm gonna do right now is just for me to go to my paste special. So under my paste special, I'm gonna actually get this done. So I'm gonna actually get to divide my 100, divide this by 100. So if I do that, you can see we're gonna find the number in fraction. Exactly, it's what we need to actually do. So now if I control 1 and format this into a percentage, you can see what I'm gonna have right now is the right percentage that we need to have. So right now, clicking on it, I'm having my 10%. Okay, what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna actually remove extra decimal from it, which is just 1 decimal point. So right now here it is, we have it rightly. So but we don't really have to go with this kind of percentage, so I'm just gonna remove it. So right now we're having 10% and 30% and stuff like that, so we'll really have this corrected. So now this is actually how to convert number into a percentage. And number 4 aspect of it is removing blank. So we have a very large file right here, so we can start to be deleting this blank one after the other. We just say delete and the blank is away. And how many times are we going to keep tracing where those blanks are existing? So it's very simple and easy to be done. So what you need to do is just to have your cursor anywhere and actually go to home, and from home you just search for find and replace, and you go to go special. Now exactly, you need to do this. So when you get to go special, just click on blank, and it's going to help you to highlight all the blanks we have right here. So right now it has just gotten it highlighted, so these are all the blank we have. So what you need to do now to get a blank away is very simple. You can decide to actually like, okay, I want to actually highlight all the blanks I'm having, so just have them highlighted in yellow. So after doing this, what you need to do is just to press Ctrl 1, so Ctrl minus. So pressing Ctrl minus is going to actually say, okay, what do you want? I want to remove the entire cell that is actually having this particular blank. So if I click OK right now, you can see all the cells had been removed for me. Can you see that? There is no blank existing in our work again. So this is actually treated as a blank, so we can actually have to like, okay, want to actually get this one away, as it's not really blank, so it's a blank space add behind this. Okay, right now, okay, fine, we've just gotten this transformed, remove all the blanks, there is no blank on it again. So that is how you can actually remove blank from your data. And okay, let's see what the trick number 5 is. So right now what we need to do right now is just to convert to number. Can you see this? Convert to number. If you look at this right here, they are not really number, because numbers should be aligned to a left side of your cell. Can you see this? This is number. You might really want to check if it is the number or whatsoever. So I'm going to use this text to check if this is text. So I'm going to hit OK. So false, it is not text, so this is number. Okay, and if we just use the same thing to actually check if this is text, I'm gonna say okay. Now which is true, is text, but any of this can never be text. So how can we actually convert this into this format right here? So let's see what we can do. So the very best way to convert from value to number is this. So now we have some weird space and stuff like that. We want to actually remove that automatically and have our data transform just like this. So it's very simple and easy. So what you need to do is just say just is equal to 1, and we're just going to multiply this very 1 by this number here. So once we do that, we have it transformed the way it really went. So I'm just going to say copy down. Now our number is aligned at the right hand of our cell. So I'm just going to do is just to copy and remove the formula, because I don't really need the formula on it. So I'm just going to paste this as value. Here we go, paste it as value. And now if I remove this and actually click on it, so you can see there is no formula on it. So right now I can, okay, if I want to do that, I want to copy this and actually replace it on sales. It's your choice. That is all about it. So you've just transformed your data the way it should be. Okay, number 6 of this is this. So right now we were to remove those particular cell with a red color on it. So what can we do? We just have to go to special. Okay, this time around, this is what we need to do. So we do not need to go to special. It is very simple. So just click anywhere around the data and actually go to your Control F. So Control F bring your format right up. So right now, in case you actually found it like this, all you gotta do is just to click on this option and actually click. What are we looking for? We are looking for any of this cell with this particular red here. So just click on format and actually go to you have your format right here. And what you need to do is just for you to go to your color. You choose the color, and here is the color right here. You choose the color. If the color is this particular color, make sure you're selecting the right color, else it's gonna actually throw out some error. So now we select the color. Now we're just gonna actually say, okay, find all. So it has found all for us. So you just need to go like this and like, okay, where it is, here is it. So those are all the cells that contains the red color. So what you need to do right now to make it work, just click outside of it at the top right here, just click and you deselect that. So what you need to do is for you to actually control minus. So your control minus is going to actually bring out this delete dialog box right here. So now what we want to do is to delete the entire row that is actually carrying this red cells. So if I just click OK, and here we go, we just have it deleted, and all about that. So now we can just close and we have our data transformed nicely where we really want it. How about this? Right. Okay, the next one is actually delete all the error cells. So right now we have a very light data, so now we can start to do this manually. So what we need to do is just to use a very nice way to get this away from here, because if you want to do this, which means we don't really have to use this cell with this type of error, so we want to have all of them removed. So in this kind of situation, what we need to do is just for we to use our find and replace again to find where we have all the errors. So go to special and actually select your formula right here. So deselect every other aspect of it and just make sure you are checking these errors. So once you just say okay, it's going to highlight it for us, and we're just going to use minus again to actually get this done. So we're not going to use the shift cell up right now. Instead, we want to delete the entire row that is carrying this particular error. So once I hit OK, now I have it away. So we just have a clean data. We don't really have any error right here again. So this is a very nice trick to actually have your data clean the way it should look like. So now the next one is for we to actually go to remove of duplicate. So right here, as you can see, if I want to remove duplicate, I have a lot of duplicates right here. There are different types of duplicates we have on this particular data right here. So as you can see, we have data for we have student data where we have the first name, the last name, the marks on each subject. So right now, if you see, right here is a duplicate, and right here as well is a duplicate. So entirely, if I want to actually say okay, I want to highlight the duplicates, if I go to home, I'm going to go to my go to special right here, and actually here I click, and what I just need is for me to actually highlight all the duplicate values right here. Okay, but there is nothing like we highlighting duplicates right here. Instead, we're going to go to a very the other place we can actually get to do this. So right now I'm just going to go to my condition and check if I can find my how to color this. I'm just going to go to highlight and go to what, and go to search for where we have duplicate values. So just highlight duplicate value for me right here, and all the duplicate value is what I need you to highlight for me. Okay, light red, fill, and all of that. So you just say okay. Now what are we gonna have right now? Oh sorry, I should have highlighted this whole range. So after you might have highlighted it, what you need to do is for you to actually after you might have highlighted it, what you need to do is for you to go to your conditional formatting. So when you get to a conditional formatting, you can now see what we're about to get into, and I'm just gonna say, oh, go to highlight and go for duplicate, and here we go. I'm gonna say okay. So right now you can see those, everything on red, they are all duplicates, but we don't want to go by this, removing this. So what we want to remove is this particular line right here, which means if we go ahead and remove all this now, it's going to actually have a lot of problem getting it fixed again. So right now I'm just going to say Ctrl Z, and I have it in this particular format. So right now let us see how we can actually remove this without actually have to affect other cells, because there are so many duplicates right here, and the type of duplicate we want to have removed is a different thing. So just have your data highlighted this way. So once you have your data highlighted, so what you need to do right now, here I will go. I'm just going to highlight this data. Sorry for that, I don't need to. Okay, I'm going to highlight this data, and what I need to do, I'm just going to go to data, and I have to go to remove duplicates. So if I go to remove duplicate, if your table is having header, just click on H2A check here, so that it's not going to treat E as now let's say we have our header as well highlighted as part of it. So we're just going to go to data, and from data we're just going to select duplicate, remove no duplicate. So now if you don't check this, it's going to actually include the header as part of it. So just make sure you say your table is having header. Right now if we go ahead and make a remove, just remove this, and this is what we have. It has removed all those cells with duplicate for us. So now we're going to say okay, and it has gotten it removed. So now the next one is what I call spell checking. Spell checking, how can you do this? If you look at what we have right here, we have some weird spellings right here on those countries. So we have Nigeria, and it's not as Nigeria. We are having L, and we have Indian, so we have America and all of that. So if you want to spell check this, all you just got to do is just to highlight this, and if you don't know where your spell check is, please just kindly go here and make a search. Just say spell, so you can see spelling. So once you actually click on spelling, you're gonna have it to pop up right now. So here we go, we have this, and what you need to do right now is just to say okay, now we have you right here, what can you do for us? So we can say change. So now it's changing gradually, so and it's going to give us a suggestion then which one should be the correct one. If in case you know the correct one but you can't really write it, so you can now select the correct one right here, and once you select the correct one, it's going to actually change it to the correct one for you. So we've got into America, and we're having Americans, which is America as a country, and American as people living in that country, and Americas, or which one is really correct for you. Just select it and make sure you get the right one. So if it is this one you really want, make sure it's a change, and that is what you're going to have on the cell. So now we have went, and let's say this is it. You're just going to select it, and when we get to Microsoft, we are having Microsoft, and we say okay, change for us, and it's going to take us to Excel. Which one is probably Excel right here? I'm going to say change Excel, and software, which one is software? If this is software, you're just going to say change, and the software is going to actually update. So now we are good to go. So we've just gotten it corrected. This is one of the features we have in Microsoft PowerPoint, and as well we have in the other product of Microsoft that is not really existing to make a suggestion for you, but you can actually still use it in this very format. So now the next one is a 10th trick. So right now we just need to clear formatting away from this particular data we have right here. So how can we do that? So all we just have to do is just to make sure we select all our data that we want to clear data from. So I can go ahead and select the whole cell right here, is my choice. So you can go ahead and select the only cells containing the data you want to actually have to clear format from, but you can't do this individually. So I can actually go ahead and do this now, and I'm just going to go to home. There are several ways to do this. I can actually go right here to this cell, and once I actually say normal, I'm going to have it normal. This cell, everything is being cleared, and I hit OK, and you can see there is no any formatting right on this. So it's as easy as this. So let's go to number 11 of this very data cleaning trick. So now we need to actually make a transformation. What we are having right here is too much of spaces. So now you can see we have space right here, and even this one we think we don't really have space, then you might be having space running. So we need to actually get to clean this particular and up. So we have just one space right here. So how can we do that? It's very simple and easy, and what we need to do is just to use this particular function called trim. Our trim function is going to help us to do this, and we just have to reference this particular text right here, and once we actually copy it down, and we have it. So now we can actually copy. If we still want to have it right here, we can replace it without even having the function we wrote. So now we have this. So can you see this? There is no any form of there is no any form of space on it, so it's as clean as whatever I think. So we can actually go and delete this particular cell right here. That helps us to actually have it transformed, so that is nice. So number 12 of this is actually how to actually transform this into uppercase, lowercase, and proper case. It's something very simple and easy. So if I just hit my equal to, all I need to do is to have my uppercase right here, and I'm just going to reference this, and I'm just going to say go. Okay, now for the lowercase, I'm gonna type lower. So make sure you know how to use this function, because sometimes I use this function in combination with other functions to actually make me to create a very dynamic dashboard for my for this channel and for my boss and stuff like that. So all I need to do is now use proper case right here, and you know what proper case does. It's actually capitalize each word for you. So now we have this done. All we just need to do is just to highlight the whole aspect of it, and here we go. So now here we go. So we can now see we have this in uppercase all through, and we have this in lowercase all through, and while we'll have this in capital letter on each word. So this is number 12 of it, and the next one is just a bonus. Number 13 is for me to show you how to use speak to cell. I don't know if you've used that feature before. It's not really much of a data transformation tool, but sometimes if you want to actually compare if what you are doing is correct, you can actually use that feature called speak to cell. So if I actually select this whole cell right here, this whole column, I can go to my speak to cell family, and here we have it. So we have speak to cell right here.
Neil Gephardt, Resi Goodwin, Colton Salzman, Mary Lynn Ely, Beulah Wright, Irwin River.
Okay, what we've just done using that speak cell is that, okay, we want to cross check if what we have in this cell is as the same as this. So every single time the cell speaks, we look at what we have right here, if it corresponds to what the cell just actually pronounced for us. So that is exactly how to use speak to cell. And if you don't have speak to cell right here, what you need to do is to click on any of this ribbon, just right click on it and go to customize ribbon, and under customize ribbon you're gonna find your speak to cell right there, or you might not find it here. Go to all tabs, or you can go to all commands. So when you go to all commands, you can find it in anywhere here. Just make your search and go to where we have S. Let's scroll down to S, and okay, now we are under S, so we need to actually go to SP and make a search for our speak to cell. So it's very simple to be found, so just go to where we have SP. Now spelling and split cell, we have it right here. So I'm just going to scroll down a little bit and found my speak to cell family. So now here is it. We have stop linking. Now here is stop speaking, and we can now see the family of speak to cell right here. All you need to do is just to make sure you create a folder for it where it's gonna actually, or you actually have it as part of any of this family right here. So like you can see, I created a speaks family and I have it right here. It's easy to be brought on this particular aspect here. So right now, this is how beautiful this could actually go. Thank you very much for watching. If you've just watched to this particular end, so if you are still with me, just go to my channel to avail yourself the opportunity to learn more about data. Okay, I'm just going to go down. Okay, let me stop this.
I'm going to show you how to
So there are so many videos right here that can actually walk you through on how to create Excel dashboard and how to use functions dynamically the way it should be and all of that. So you can actually avail yourself the opportunity to actually create a very nice dynamic Excel dashboard, charts, and all of that right here. And if you really are in love with VBA, we have some VBA works right here that is going to actually be amazing. using. So right now, thanks for watching. Bless you. Stay tuned for another class, and actually subscribe and hit the like button, and actually share this particular video to actually make sure you save other people's office life. Sometimes you need to work very smart and all of that, but we don't really have the right knowledge to do things with data. But right now with this, you have equipped yourself with a lot of things to be done right using data transformation tools in your disposer without using the Power Queries. So we can do a lot. All right, thank you for watching. Bless you, stay blessed, and stay out of trouble.